Hey everybody, Chris here. Welcome on a Thursday night. Yeah, we had a little drop in Doge today. Yep, the Twitter logo is back to the blue bird. So we're going to talk about that tonight. Also, where might Doge go from here? What's going to happen in the crypto market tomorrow? Because we've got the stock market closed, but crypto's always open and always trading. And there's a jobs report coming out. So kind of interesting. Never seen a jobs report come out while the stock market was closed. So the stocks won't be able to react, but Bitcoin and other coins could. So we'll talk about that. We'll talk about ETH. We'll talk about altcoins, Bitcoin, and of course, Doge and Twitter. So this wasn't completely unexpected. We didn't know how long that Doge logo was going to stay on Twitter. And of course, there's a lot of I told you so's all over Twitter today. Once that changed back, and is Dogecoin a joke? Those kinds of things. We talked about that the other night as well. So we'll revisit that as well. All right. So let me drop down here into the corner and welcome you all in. Again, I'm on live every night, 9 o'clock, except I wasn't on last night because I was at the movies seeing the Air Jordan movie on the premiere. I had some premiere tickets that I bought with Dogecoin. That's right. I bought it with Dogecoin, and Doge at that time was up over 9 cents. So I ended up getting a good deal on those tickets now that Doge's back in the 8s. But enjoyed the movie. That was fun. Very well done. Good story. So recommend it for those that are interested in sneakers at all, or Michael Jordan, or a little bit of history. There's a lot of 80s stuff in there for those that are boomers. You'll enjoy watching all of the 1984 stuff that they had mixed in through the whole movie. So here's Doge, 8.6 cents. Actually, that's not too bad, because if I zoom out and I go to the 1 hour and I say, look, here's where Doge was right here, right above me here. This is where Doge was before that Twitter logo turned from the bird to the Doge. It was down here at 7.6 cents. And now we're coming out of this drop at 8.6 cents. We're actually up a whole penny here. Could this drop down lower? Maybe, but I think it's now done the drop based on that change back. And I think it's going to follow the crypto market for a bit. So we'll watch that Friday and over the weekend and see how Doge trades compared to Bitcoin and other coins as we go into the long weekend. But I think that was the drop, was just that red candle right there. Doge had already been kind of drifting down because it was getting shorted. And I'll show you the shorts chart because that was happening. But overall, that's not too bad. If we look at CoinMarketCap, we see Dogecoin still in 8th place. Yeah, it had briefly passed over Cardano when Doge was over 10 cents, but now back to 8th. But look, over the last 7 days, almost 15%. That's better than all the top 10 coins. Bitcoin is actually down over the past 7 days. ETH up about 3.7%. XRP down 5.6% because there was a lot of selling pressure happening on XRP after the big gains it had been on over the past month. And Doge almost 15% up. So relatively wise, Doge was catching up to other cryptocurrencies that performed better in the first 3 months of 2023 than Doge did. I think Doge still has a little ways to go on that, and we might see some trading up of Dogecoin a bit compared to other coins. We'll see how that goes. We will see how that goes. So here's the news. Dogecoin drops after Elon Musk's Twitter stops using its dog logo. Doge had surged on April 3rd, like we just saw, after Elon Musk's social media company inexplicably removed the blue bird logo, replacing it with Dogecoin's mascot. However, Dogecoin dropped today after Twitter stopped using the Doge. So that's essentially the news. Doge had been up as high as 10.5 cents on April 3rd. A lot of excitement about Doge. But then what happened there? Well, as we saw, and as we talked about, Doge was probably going to get shorted, and it was. So here is the shorts chart. And yes, as the Doge price was going up, so were the shorts. And there were a lot of short positions opened up. People took their short profits, but then more shorts opened up as Doge was still kind of rebounding back up over 10 cents. And then even today, we had a big short happen just before the Twitter logo changed back to the bird. Did somebody know something? And then Doge dropped and shorts closed, took their profits, but then more shorts opened up. So there's still a lot of short interest in Doge, even at 8.6 cents. So we'll see how that goes. I would love to see Doge just trade up from here and squeeze out these shorts, but I'm not sure that's going to happen. But that's the big story right now with Doge. We go to Benzinga. Good old Benzinga this evening. Why Dogecoin is getting hammered. And as soon as I saw that title, I was like, I remember talking on a previous stream about a month ago with this same headline, why Dogecoin is getting hammered. And so I searched through Benzinga. Well, this was April 6th, right? So this is today, this is tonight, right? April 6th, 6:00 p.m. And I found it. It's right here. March 9th, 2023. And what is the title of this Benzinga article? Why Dogecoin is getting hammered. It's like, use the same title. Ridiculous. But that's Benzinga. What else is being said? Decrypt. Dogecoin drops sharply after Twitter Bluebird returns. Doge had a very short run as Twitter's new mascot. So we go onto Twitter, and we now have the bird back where the Doge was. I kind of like seeing the Doge up there, but Twitter bird is back. That's the way it is. Don't know what the next move is for Elon and that, but that's what we have tonight. And then, so this is interesting because this was in Vice, and this was an article that was written this morning. So this was before the logo changed back to the bird, and it's Dogecoin holders thank Elon Musk for the pump, now waiting for the dump. So it seemed like the feeling out there was we had a big pump. That was fun, but Dogecoin is going to dump back down, and we didn't know when that was going to happen. If he doesn't say anything but just removes the logo, will everyone get out at that point? Said one Dogecoin investor. And this was this morning. So there was already this thought that the logo was going to get changed back. And it did. And then also today, top trader dumbfounded by Dogecoin's underwhelming rally. So this was top trader Crypto Down Alt. He was surprised that when Twitter was using the Doge logo, that there wasn't a second rally. And that's what we were talking about the other night was, could there be another rally with Dogecoin? And someone in the chat was saying that they were doing a swing trade and they had sold Doge at like 10.1 cents and they were waiting for it to come down and how low might it go before they buy back in. And we were talking about it. And I just, again, no recommendations or anything, but was just saying there could be a second rally. I don't know. And I think he was going to buy back in about 9.7, 9.8. Don't know whether he did that or not, or whether he waited for a bigger drop like we had this evening. But that was kind of interesting that there were already thoughts about if there wasn't this second rally, then yeah, maybe Doge was going to drop as soon as that logo changed, and it did. And this is 2 nights ago, we looked at the Salon article. Is Twitter all a joke to Elon Musk? So that is now, on Reddit and Twitter, that Elon is he just fun and games with this? And there's no real meat behind this, this nod to Dogecoin. And it's just something that was easy for him to do. And he did it for the fun of it. And now, that fun is over. Back to the Twitter logo, the bird. And then he'll do something fun with Doge. Who knows when? I don't know. But there is some sentiment about that maybe this is all just a joke. So we have to live with that as investors in Dogecoin, because we don't know. We don't know what's going on when it comes to that. I still think there's a great long-term potential for Doge. And so I've got a lot of it and I'm invested in it, and we'll see what happens. But we're going to be going through sort of these pumps and these dumps. I think that's just going to happen. And there's a lot of shorters out there every time Doge pumps, that it dumps back down. But Doge isn't the only one doing it. So today, and this is one that I watch because I have a VeChain, and VeChain has been trading pretty well. But then there's the VThor token, and it pumped up today. And it does this every now and then. Every once in a while, this VThor token just goes on this huge run. This was like 10%. And then it just drops right back down. So I don't know if this is like insiders like swing trading it, or whether it's getting shorted. I don't know if you can even short VThor token, but we see a lot of that. Big run up and then a big drop down. So this was earlier today. And then tonight we've got Luna Classic. Luna Classic going on a big run, up about 6-7%. And then now it's just dropping back down. So that's that's life in the altcoin world, especially in what's still considered to be a bear market, where we just don't have all the altcoins shooting to the moon like we had back in 2021. So that's going to happen probably 2024, 2025. The market just isn't primed for this big altcoin run yet. So, and you get a lot of the crypto Twitter folks just talking about Bitcoin. It's all about Bitcoin. Why are you wasting your time putting any money into any altcoins? It should all be in Bitcoin. And of course, Michael Saylor was all happy that the Twitter logo changed back to the bird, because he's anti-Doge, just like a lot of the Bitcoin maximalists. So there was a lot of that going on too. Hey, CDM, how are you doing? I have no idea why Siri is listening to me. I didn't ask you anything. Hey, sorry, CDM. I think everything is ready to go. Elon is just waiting for the right time to flip the switch. I'm sure Doge will be accepted all across his various companies. Yep. Eventually, I mean, when he did it with the Tesla merch store, yeah, it was just a few items. He did the Burt Musk thing, the Boring Company website, with which he accepted Doge. He said that the SpaceX merch store would accept Doge, but it's not. He's teased this Doge One project for SpaceX, and when he said it back at the end of 21, it was going to be happening in 2022, and here we are already 4 months into 2023 and nothing on that. So we got to have patience, I guess, right? We just got to have patience and see. Hey, Miyu, how are you? I sold at 10 cents after holding for 2 years to recover my buying average. debating on when to buy back in and will only invest very minimal. Yeah. That's yeah. When do you buy back in? And do you believe in Dogecoin going forward? If you believe in Doge, I mean, you buy back in at 8.5 cents and you sold at 10 cents. That's a pretty good swing trade. You know, that's a pretty good swing trade. If you believe in Doge, you think Doge is going to drop more than this, you can wait. I don't know. The whole crypto market still could go down again. Some people still calling for Bitcoin back down to 16K. Bitcoin goes back down to 16K. We're looking at, Doge, going back down to 7 cents. So do we believe in this market like it is now? Is Bitcoin going to be, hanging around this 28,000 line for, the rest of the month of April? Or are we going to see some movement here, either up or down? We'll talk a little bit about that in a minute. Hey, Limitless, how are you? You mined 66,000 Doge back in 2014 and sold it for $100. Yep. Well, maybe 75 cents. We didn't quite hit 80 cents, but I get the point. And you know what a lot of people did? They were selling Bitcoin really cheap, back in 2013, 2014. No one knew what these crypto coins would come. So don't beat yourself up about it. The world's a lot different now than it was 10 years ago. And people just didn't know. So, yeah. Hey, Bill, how are you? You made 3,000 on Doge at 10 cents and now going into SHIB. Okay, good luck. I'm still in the middle of my SHIB swing trade. And SHIB is not helping me. It's back below 11, 10.99 here, but I needed to go back down lower to make my swing trade work. So I'm still betting on SHIB to go down more. It dropped a little bit today. When Doge made its big drop, SHIB did drop a little bit, but not much. It's still holding well. I just don't see any huge moves in SHIB for at least a couple months. Just what I see in the news and, just sitting here. So we'll see what happens with SHIB there. So here's how Friday's U.S. jobs report could impact Bitcoin, because we have this jobs report coming out and the stock market is not trading. It's a Good Friday holiday and the stock markets are closed. Crypto is open because crypto's trading 24/7. So this U.S. jobs report could actually move crypto more. Crypto will have lower liquidity because there's not any, and we see this sometimes on the weekends too with crypto trading. It can become more volatile when there's news and things happening. We could see that tomorrow. The question is, if the jobs report is bad, does that help Bitcoin or does that hurt Bitcoin? Interesting, because it could go either way. I'm kind of expecting, because there's no stock market, that the job numbers are going to be kind of bad. There's no stock market to react. So, because they've been fudging the numbers the past few months, because a couple weeks later, they revised the numbers and the initial jobless claims always increase when they revise their numbers. And it's happened 3 months in a row. Amazing how you can fudge the numbers like that, but they do. So we'll see how what happens there tomorrow. And then for Ethereum, and this is what Victor was asking before the stream tonight, is if you had $500, would you buy into Bitcoin or Ethereum? That was his question. And I was saying, I'll keep it in cash for a week, and I'll wait till next week. And we're going to see what happens with Ethereum come next Wednesday when the Shanghai upgrade happens. Because all of the staked ETH is going to be available to be unstaked. They're going to phase it. It's not all going to happen at once. And I don't know how that phasing is going to work, but we could see some immediate selling pressure for Ethereum, because my understanding is over half of the staked ETH now is in profit. So people might be taking profits right away. And at least half of that profit is over 10%. So that seems to me like if you were looking to buy Ethereum, I would be waiting until next Wednesday, Thursday, and see what happens with this, because you've got nothing to lose. I don't think Ethereum is going to just take off. There may be some increase in the price of ETH if Bitcoin is also going up over the next few days leading up to the Shanghai upgrade. But we could see a retracement in the whole crypto market over the weekend as well. And I don't think ETH is going to go a different direction than Bitcoin. Until this happens, we could see some selling happening with Ethereum. So I'd be waiting, and then who knows what ETH will do next Wednesday. You know, if we zoom out here on the ETH chart, now trading at about 1,879, and we go to the 3-hour chart here, we were looking at a dip here of ETH back on the 27th of March here at about 1,700. And so that's what we could see if we see a lot of selling of ETH, that there could be an entry point right around here at 1,700. So just something to watch, and we'll be talking about that into next week, because I had a lot of questions about Ethereum and what might happen with the trading. I don't know. We'll see. Overall, if I zoom out even more to the daily, Ethereum has been on this upward run here, leading up to next week's upgrade, because there's another upgrade with Ethereum. It's not just the unstaking of ETH, but there's another consensus upgrade as well called the Capella. And so they're calling these two upgrades that are happening together Chapella, the SH for the Shanghai upgrade, and the Abella for the Capella. So it's the Chapella, and we'll see what happens with ETH there. But that's what I would be looking for as an entry point around 1,700. And if it doesn't drop that much, you just have to decide, do you want to be in the ETH ball game? Do you think ETH is going to revisit, 3,000, 4,000 way up here, where it was back in the end of 2021? If you think ETH is going to take off and be popular, and go back up to 4,000, does it really matter if you're buying it at 1,800 or 1,700? Yeah, you might get a little more ETH at 1,700, but that would be a pretty good run. We could see that. So that's what's going on there. And this other bit of news, the Bitcoin white paper is probably on your Mac. I don't know if you guys saw that. There's a number of other videos out that people were talking about this. I think it was just a PDF file that was being used as an example in an embedded app on the Mac. And that's why it's in there. This article here on Quartz, which is qz.com, has a link here of where to go to see that. If you have a Mac, you can go to this. You can go to this link here. It's called simpledoc.pdf, and if you open that, it's the Bitcoin white paper. So it's either somebody who made that app who's like into cryptocurrency. Could be somebody who maybe doesn't like Apple and is doing it for kind of a joke or fun or something. I don't know. We don't know what that is, but that is, but that's a fun little thing if you have a Mac to go find this and check that out. Yeah, Dogecoin 862. So holding strong. Mr. Cheyenne, welcome. Still holding your 300,000 Doge. You going to buy some more? We got a dip going right now. Looks like back down to 856. I don't know if it's going to drop more into 8 and maybe touch the 7s again. Depends on how you feel about the overall crypto market. So we'll see. Hey, Limitless again. What effect do you think central bank digital currency in July will have on crypto? So it's not yet a full CBDC. This is the Fed now sort of payment thing, which is digital, but it's not a full CBDC. So it'll have no effect on crypto. What will have an effect on crypto if Congress does go ahead with a full digital dollar, a full CBDC, because that's not what FedNow is. It seems to maybe be starting to pave the way towards an acceptance of a CBDC, but it's not a full CBDC yet. So we'll see about that. But thanks for asking. I mean, I think that whole FedNow program is really more for, underprivileged, those that are making certain type of payments or accepting monies. I'm not quite sure how it works. I haven't really looked into it that closely. But that's what that's about. And well, I'm sure we'll be hearing more about it come June, July on what that's about. But that is not a full United States CBDC. It would take forever for the United States to actually implement something like that. So we'll see how that goes. So here's Doge just hanging out, after the drop. And then again, we'll see what happens with the jobs report tomorrow in the United States and how Bitcoin and crypto reacts to that, because that's going to be the only thing trading when that comes out is crypto, because will be closed. So that's what I have for tonight. Appreciate the support. Please hit the like button. Subscribe if you haven't already subscribed. Always appreciate that support. I'll be putting the 24-hour Dogecoin chart on right when this stream is done. I'll be putting that back on, and that goes overnight and all day tomorrow. If you want to leave a comment on that, please do. And we'll see. What time does the report come out? I think it's at 9 in the morning. I'll have to check that for sure, but I think it was around 9 in the morning. We would be expecting that report. So we'll be looking for that. All right, gang. Thanks for tuning in. I'll be on again live tomorrow night, 9 o'clock. So we'll be talking about the day in crypto, what's happened, and then look forward to the weekend. So join me Friday night, 9 o'clock, East Coast time, Boston time, where I am in the United States. And everyone have a good evening, good day tomorrow. We'll see you soon.
Dogecoin, which started as a complete joke, has skyrocketed to not a joke anymore. It hit an all-time high of almost 10 cents yesterday, but it was so minuscule you wouldn't have understood why you have millions of shares.
Didn't Elon tweet that too?
And arguably, the most entertaining outcome and the most ironic outcome would be that Dogecoin becomes the currency of Earth in the future.